Thank you all so much for staying with us on this last night. It is an emotional one for a lot of us here because we do put our hearts into the news we cover, and there are stories we've covered here that we will never forget.
So tonight we're going to reflect on a few of our favorites here at CW6, starting with Amanda Shopson.
I think I'm up first. Yes, the first one I wanted to share was because as reporters, we often get to do some really interesting and amazing things. And if we can roll the first video, I had the opportunity to take this San Diego stunt tour. And I was in this plane called the Red Rocker. That went upside down. We did flips and corkscrews. And I'm telling you, I came very close to getting very sick. But to this day, it was the most intense thing I've ever done. Definitely an amazing story and memorable for me.
Yeah.
Wow. Great video you guys.
The second souvenir too. Oh yes, and I'm told that we do not have time for my other one. We're going to move on to John Carroll.
John Carroll, what do you got?
I'm going to go really fast. Okay, the first one that we did, we shot this, my photographer Chris Short and I, in the space of an hour and a half or so. We went to the cave store in La Jolla because a sea lion had climbed up through all the steps and up into the store, and it was amazing. And then we went to SeaWorld and talked to a gal about how that's not good to have them around people, yada, yada, yada. And it was just, I was so happy with how that story came out, and just in so little amount of time, it's amazing how things can fall together sometimes.
Yeah.
The second one was, I'm happy to say, one on driverless cars that I won an Emmy for last year. And we talked about how a lot of work on this field, that's old GM footage, General Motors stuff, is being done right here in the UC San Diego Design Lab on driverless cars, so figuring out all the stuff that goes along with them. I was hoping it would get to some shots of the, well, there you go, okay.
Some more recent cars.
There I am out on the street trying to look intelligent. Yes,
nice.
So
and that is the way of the future, these autonomous vehicles.
Yep.
All right, so Jason, what about you?
Oh, it would have to be the very first day, and this was it. The All-Star, the day before the All-Star game. I was the new guy. I didn't have any friends. I didn't know anybody. And then there's Netta and I, and as soon as I sat next to Netta, I was so excited that we were going to be a team because we hit it off, as you know, Netta, so quickly. But I was blown away by the people I met that day who make up CW6. The professionalism, the hard work, it was just that day and the next day we were also out at the same place, but that first day was just very,
we really wanted
special.
To impress you. We were so glad that you're part of our team. We were like, let's make a set for Jason's first day, and that's what we did with that view.
Yeah, that was a great day, and it was just only about, what, 9 months ago?
Yeah. And then another big day in history, basically, you also enjoyed. Right? The
election
night.
The election.
Number 2.
Oh, man. The newsroom was buzzing all night long, remember? And we had plenty of political discussions that night.
We did.
It was so fun, and there was just a buzz about the place, seeing the results come in. Very exciting. Netta, you're up.
Okay, so some of my favorite stories.
I was at Golden Hall.
That's right.
Yeah. And I remember Amanda was covering the marijuana law that just passed.
Absolutely.
Good memory.
So one of my favorite stories, I find this one of my favorites because it's very important, the chemicals that were found in dolphin blubber. So more than 300 chemicals they had never seen before are now being found in these animals in the ocean because of, my hair was, excuse me for that hair, but it's definitely evolved throughout the year.
Actually, you look great. I thought it looked great.
That was a while back. But yeah, we got to see these pods of dolphins. That's right there at La Jolla Shores. And, you know, it's amazing what Scripps Institution of Oceanography has discovered out there. They're trying to do all the research to help clean the oceans up, end the pollution, so they have a lot of work ahead of them, but we're glad to cover them. And I won an Emmy for that one. And another...
There's a lot of Emmys
one of my favorites. Yeah, there's quite a few here. This one, does this look familiar? It's Hop Farms, everyone. You know where that is.
Right.
Yeah. So I did this half-hour special
You and beer,
on
you're just like that.
Beer. It's called What's Brewing. And we got to look at where beer came from, all of these great breweries here in town that have grown exponentially because San Diego is just such a hub for good old hops, IPAs.
Cool.
And we missed Amanda's second one.
What was your second one?
I know it's so important to you, so we want you to...
You know,
there it is.
So many things that we do, it's really the people that we meet that make it special. And this, of course, is Melina Sellers Phillips. Her son was killed over 20 years ago. When we met her a while back, when I met her, she had this concept for a children's book to help keep kids safe from predators. I went back a year later, and she actually had published the book, and it was just
you
such
have
a
it
one.
here? That's
And I
so
have it
special.
here. I have one at home. I read it to my children. It's just so near and dear to my heart.
That's
so
awesome.
that I'm so glad I got to share that.
Yeah.
Because that
Of
was
course.
such a special story.
And
We
she-
just talked to her the other night about
Yes.
her new
Progress.
acting career.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to see her moving
She's
on.
a very special woman.
She is, absolutely.
We can literally talk about these stories
Yeah.
we've covered for hours because they're so special to us, and it's all thanks to all of you guys.
Yep.
And many of you may have woken up to the crew of CW6 Morning News for years now.
I'm going to show you how the morning show came to a close this morning and some of the fondest memories of the people who put it on.
And I've got one final look at your CW6 10 p.m. forecast. CW6 News at 10
Are
p.m.
you live
We'll be right
Facebooking?
back.
Is that on-
And
Live
we're live.
Facebooking.
Of course we are.
Oh, we're bumping out.
What are we looking at now?
Oh, that's high-tech electronic gear, everybody.
TOC.
TOC, it's
We love
Bruce.
you, Bruce.
Bruce.
Bruce is great at what he does. It's so many such
I'm
a
gonna
joy
miss
to work
Bruce.
with you.
Bruce has
Oh,
been
you're
around
gonna
here a
make me
long
Yeah,
time.
he has.
He's a wonderful man.
What a crew.
And a very talented writer, too. I'm gonna
Yes,
add that in.
that's
Yeah,
right.
he's
Promo
very
writer.
good.
Yep.